Okay, yeah, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah, Kodash, and I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All right, the men who rule well, the men who taught us His truth. Okay, and just I don't got too many precepts lined up. Just wanted to speak on something, just something that happened, because I was having a conversation with I was having a conversation with Jake at the plantation, and just seeing these, talking to this Jake, and precepts that came to mind. I had two precepts that came to mind while I was, speaking with the guy, and seeing the precepts, come to life with just being out here living, all right. And basically the conversation went that, me and this Jake were having a conversation because he knew, a family member of mine who I don't really, talk to, nothing like that. But basically we were conversing, and the conversation led up to him, talking about, smoking weed, and, asking me if I wanted to partake. And I told him, nah, I don't really partake in that. I don't smoke, and he said, why not? And I told him, well, because it's not good for you, and, the ignorance of Jake is just ridiculous, man, because, these Israelites have the mindset of an Edomite. Not every single Israelite, but, hey, man, 2/3 of our people, they are the father of the devil, man. Because, his mindset was what? I told him it's not good for you to, it's not good for you. But, of course, I didn't, go in, pull out some precepts, and told him the truth, and told him about the truth and nothing like that. I was just, I was really just trying to get out of the conversation just so I can, maneuver my way out of there and, keep it moving, trying to avoid, the folly and the wickedness, man. Trying to avoid the wiles of Satan, all right? Because that was a wile, Satan tempting you through people and stuff like that, man. But basically, the Jake, I told him, that hey, it's not good for you to be, smoking weed. It's not good for your body. And he's, the most ignorant thing he said, man, it's just something that an Edomite would say, man. And I remember what he said. He said, well, you only live once. And it's like, wow, man, that reminded me of Hosea 4:6, man. Are people being destroyed for lack of knowledge? That's an Edomite way of thinking, man. That sounds like do as thou wilt. That's what it really sounds like to me, talking about you only live once. Come on, man. Because according to, the scriptures, there is such thing as reincarnation, when we, of course, this flesh, goes back to the dust. So we go to the spirit world, but we come back, man. We live again, all right? So first, I guess I'll get that in Ecclesiastes real quick, just to show that we do live again. And, the primary reason why I'm making the video is because there might be, members of the elect that might have that same mindset, but are soon, going to run into videos such as this one, all right, and Lord willing, be corrected, and start and begin the beginning stages of beginning to be purified through the washing of the word, man, all right, because it starts, with hearing the words and realizing that you're living wrong, you're living in darkness, okay. So I'm going to start off in the book of Ecclesiastes just to show that we do indeed live more than once, man. All right? We just don't have the remembrance. I'm going to read it. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun, man. The people, majority of people that you see out here, man, we've lived it before, man. All right? And I'm going to skip down to verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Yeah, because what? Now I'm going to get it. I'm going to go to the next. I'm going to go to, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Before I speak, before I read it, I wanted to say, yeah, because one thing that happens is that when you pass away, actually I'm going to read this real quick and then explain it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 20. All go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of a man that goeth upward? I'm gonna stop right there real quick. Yeah, because when you pass away, all right, your body, the earthly tabernacle goes back to the dust. It disintegrates. Right? Because we're made of the dust, or made of the ground and stuff like that. And what happens? Your spirit, all right, your soul, your napash in the Hebrew, all right, it goes back up to the spirit world. All right, where it rests, and then it, comes back down on earth, man. All right. That's why I said the spirit of a man goeth, upward, man. We go to the spirit world, and then we reincarnate back into another body, man. All right. So the whole "you only live once" is cut, man. You don't only live once, man. All right. We live again. We live more than once. All right. But there's just no remembrance of former things, like it was written in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter. All right. Now I'm gonna go to the book of Hosea. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go to the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, and verse 16. Know ye not that ye, because Salakia, before I read it, because what this Jake was doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing. Of course, he does know better, because I told him, smoking, that defiles your body, that's bad for your body. All right, you're killing yourself doing that. But since he's destroyed for lack of knowledge, he wants to continue on in that. All right, Salakia. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy, for the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. All right? So we aren't supposed to be partaking in things like that, man. It's a lot, more specifically you Israelites, man. All right? We're not supposed to be partaking in smoking weed, all right? Excessive drinking, okay? Because we can't drink alcohol, but we can't drink too much, okay? But as far as smoking weed, can't do that, all right? That's one way to defile your temple, man, all right? And like we just read, man, we're not supposed to be doing that, man, But now I'm going to the book of Hosea, all right? And this is really more of a, this was just something that was on my mind, because it really, it was real disturbing to hear an Israelite say something like that, because, we're being around brothers all the time. We don't really, none of us partake in those things, especially today being, April 20th, a day where a lot of Israelites are going to go out and defile their temple by partaking and smoking weed with Esau, all right? Which is the devil that the Bible speaks of, all right? So a lot of Israelites are going to partake in, destroying their temple. But guess what, man? The Lord sees all that, man. The angels are witnesses unto that, man. All right? This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and 6. My people, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. All right? Now, before I keep reading, all right, you see that Jake was destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. His excuse, all right, was that of a philosophy of an Edomite, man. All right, the excuse that he gave himself to continue on in his folly, all right, in his sins, in his wicked ways, was what Esau, is the way that Esau thinks, man. Oh, you only live once, so why not? Nah, man, you don't only live once, okay? That's a real atheist way of being, man. All right, and what do the scriptures say about that? Let's get a quick precept. I believe it's in the book of Corinthians as well. We'll get it real quick. All right. See if I can remember it off the top. Exactly where it's at. I believe it is in the book of Corinthians. But anyway, that whole mindset of being, like an atheist, that's an Edomite thing, man. Because as Israelites, we don't think like that, man. All right. See, because we, as Israelites, we have a connection to the Lord, man. We always we always have that zeal, just not according to knowledge, like the scriptures speak about, man. All right, which all Israelites have that zeal, I believe it's in 1 Corinthians, if I'm not mistaken. If I can't find it, I'm gonna basically just quote it. I'm probably not gonna quote it verbatim, but Salakia, bear with me, Yeah, I forgot exactly where it's at, but the scriptures do say that the fool hath said in his heart, that there is no God. That's a foolish way of thinking, man. All right, and when you partake in folly like that, man, that's pretty much what you're doing, man. The majority of the world, Salakia, today, is it's a day filled with folly. You got a lot of Israelites gonna go out there, smoke, and such like that, and do all. Here it is, Salakia. It was in the book of Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 14 and verse 1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. there is none that doeth good. Yeah, exactly, man. And that way of thinking, is like the way of thinking of an atheist, man. All right. Only an atheist, somebody who doesn't, believe in, a higher power, would say something like that, man. All right. Because as Israelites, we are commanded to fear the Lord. That's the whole duty of man. As a matter of fact, real quick, I'm gonna get that. Wasn't even planning on getting that, but might as well get it. All right, because as Israelites, we don't belong to ourselves, man. All right, we belong to the Lord. That's whether you like it, believe it or not, man. All right, and today, is Saturday. We're gonna go out, go out to the camp, and what we're gonna be out there, rebuking you, jakes, man, correcting you. All right, and the elect is gonna take heed, but the rest of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that aren't gonna take heed, man. Hey, man, the Lord is watching y'all, man. All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. All right. And yeah, that's the whole duty of man, all right? That's our duty as Israelites, man, to fear the Lord and to keep His commandments, man, all right? And what? Right now, we're commanded to have faith in Yahushua, all right? That's our justification, right now, because we're under grace, okay? I'm not going to get into that. That's a different topic for a different day, but that's pretty much all the precepts I wanted to bring out. I want to say, call Allah Yah B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Kakadash, and also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the men who rule war and the men who taught us His truth. Shalom wa barakim to the elect of Israel.